Welcome back. Now we're going to go over the second part of how to use Picasa. The most important is how to edit your photos. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to want to go to whatever folder you have photos that need to be edited. For instance, I'm using bad listing photos. The first one we're going to go into, clearly something is not right. This was taken on its side, so it's definitely sideways, and we don't want to put it in the MLS looking like this. So all you need to do to rectify this situation, you're going to want to right click on your mouse and go to rotate clockwise. And now we've got it standing straight up. If you want to make any other little tweaks to this photo, the easiest way to do this is by selecting the I'm feeling lucky button. It'll automatically set your color and your light, make sure everything's just looking right. Once you've made changes to the photo, you're going to want to make sure that you save it. That way, when you go to update it to the MLS, they have the right photo. We're going to go File and Save, and then on to the next one. This photo was taken in a far too dim room. They took it at the right time of day. It's light outside, but not light enough in the house. This is actually a very easy fix. What you're going to want to go do here is go down to where it says Fill Light, and just pull it over until you get the photo looking the way that you want. We're going to say about right here, perfect. And then again, we want to make sure we save this. The next photo we have Farmer John in the photo. Not really something we want the rest of the world to see when they look at this house on the MLS. So we're going to go in here and go over to crop. It's going to give you some auto options where it's already cut out what they think we're trying to get rid of. This one's pretty close to what we want. We're just going to pull this up over Farmer John's head and apply. Now you have the scenery, the trees, and you don't have the farmer in our photo. Again, we're going to want to go to Save. Next one. This one's a difficult one to edit because of how the light is coming over the house. We can make a little bit of change to make this look a little bit better than it does right now. You do have the option of doing auto contrast, which is going to darken out the light that's coming through. Yes, you can see the house a little bit better, but it's still a little dark. You can do undo auto contrast, and you can actually physically go in if you go under the finely tuned lighting and color fixes, and you can physically move the shadows to where you want them. If you need to add highlights back after you do that, you can do all of that. Again, file and save. This one is a very, very easy one. Again, it looks like we have stackable washer and dryer. That's not the case. We need to rotate this picture to get it to look right. The other concern is this one looks a little off center, so we can go in and you can straighten your photo. So you see the line here, just drag and pull until everything lines up the way you want it to. So this is pretty much flush with the bar here, which makes this look just a little bit better. We're going to want to go apply, and then again, file and save. We're using this one for instance photos per se. This isn't something you're normally going to have such a large area that needs to be removed out of the picture. But somebody left their snake on the bed when they took the MLS pictures. So what you're going to want to do on this is you're going to want to retouch. Again, normally you won't have something this large that needs to be taken care of, but this is just a for instance. So you can select what size brush you want here for how big of an area you want to retouch. I would advise something like this, doing it in a couple different times, not just doing it at once because it's going to make it look awkward. So we're going to go and click here, and then you're going to want to select an area that looks like how it should look. So there's the first part. Again, get rid of the snake's tail. And one more time. Now you don't have Mr. Friendly Snake in the middle of your bed. The other thing I'm going to do here is the coloring looks a little off. We are going to go in back over to the finely tuned lighting and color fixes and select this little wand here. It's a one-click auto fix for lighting. Once you click it, you see the colors just become a lot richer and everything looks a little bit better. Again, we're going to want to go File and Save. And the last thing I want to show you that doesn't have to do with editing is another option that you have. Once you're in Picasa, if you want to upload photos directly from an SD card in your computer, or if you want to scan something from your printer, Picasa has the option to do this. All you have to do is go to import and you'll select where you want to import it from. If you have a wireless printer, it's going to automatically show up on here if it's set up properly. And when you have your SD card in, it'll show up here. So you just select which one you want and it'll allow you to import those photos directly through Picasa instead of having to drag and click inside of Windows and trying to put them in a different folder. This is just a cleaner way of doing this. So now you've gotten the basics of Picasa. This should be able to make your MLS photos look much cleaner and even keep your personal photos to where you want them, along with everything is nicely stored over here on the left hand side. If you need to delete a folder, you don't want it anymore, say it's a house that you're no longer listing, just click on it, right click, and you're going to go down to delete folder and it deletes it from the computer and Picasa. It's gone. If you have any additional questions on Picasa, please feel free to contact the board.